Guess who's coming to dinner? It's Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Today's book is Cerebus issue 116, chapter 3 of Jaka's story. Cerebus is about to leave Jaka's place when her husband, Rick, returns home from a day of job searching. He's come up empty, lacking the required skills. Despite his initial apprehension of the husband possibly causing trouble, Cerebus is finally introduced to Rick, who makes no fuss over meeting him. Jaka mentions she's asked Cerebus to stay for a few days in their extra room, which Rick is more than happy to show to the aardvark. It's a small room that was going to be a nursery. Rick is happy Jaka has someone else to talk to now that Cerebus is there, aside from Rick, Pud, and Oscar, who is currently away. He begins to discuss Oscar, the storyteller, when Cerebus flat out tells Rick that he's in love with his wife. Rick thinks he's being hyperbolic and departs unfazed by this revelation. Soon, with Cerebus seemingly asleep in his new quarters, Jaka is about to get ready for work. Rick gets frisky, wanting to help her, but she refuses to let him. Despite his continued amorous advances, Jaka turns him down and says after she's ready, they'll see. So Jaka prepares herself for her job as a dancer. She gets her revealing attire ready and dons it, and then she puts on her makeup. And finally, she second guesses about wearing a shawl for a feathery one, but finally opts for just a coat. Rick compliments her on her looks and tries to get a kiss, but is denied for fear of messing up her lipstick. He asks her why she said they'd see if she knew she was going to be putting on makeup. How will she placate her husband? In prose flashbacks, we continue with young Jaka standing motionless. She slowly raises her arms to her side and begins to spin around repeatedly. Around and around she goes, eventually seeing a human male face on magic that looks suspiciously like Rick. The constant spinning, the genesis of her love of movement, brings about a response from deep within. What is her reaction? As Dave explains in one of his notes from the president, which is like the inside front cover stuff that he did in the individual issues that isn't in the phone book, this particular sub-book, Pogrom's Progress, is meant to be mundane, to show how boring everyday life can be. I mean, it is, if you really want to be in a technical sense, that this particular sub-book of Jaka's story is in a very technical, literal sense, boring, mundane. Looking at it objectively, you're just seeing everyday life for a married couple and the everyday lives of those around them. But if you read these issues, you get sucked in. You know, it doesn't matter that we're just seeing, like, for instance, in this issue, Jaka getting ready for work. The artistic standard of storytelling on both Dave and Gerhardt's, on both of their levels, is just so profound that it never makes it a chore to read. The slice of life material is being done justice on all fronts. And it is a slow build, I will say that, but I'm enjoying it to the fullest. It's just a wonderful look at something that you wouldn't really get to see in a lot of comics. At least if you did, you know, it could very well be just as boring as the topic is, which is everyday life. Anyway, next time How will Jaka's night at work go?